Hi guys, good afternoon. Right now it's about 12:25 or 12:50 or so because I'm in Berlin right now. So calculating time takes a little time. So it's around 12:50, 12:55 right now, and um, really, uh, I'm trading since I got up very early morning and looking into the market so that I can accumulate some data and share it with you all. So see, the moment I got up in the morning, I was getting a few messages that CDSL has met the stop loss. So what I'm saying, CDSL is a monopoly stock. So when you have a monopoly stock, don't really bother much. If it goes little down, if it goes little down, doesn't matter. It's time for you to accumulate, right? It's time for you to accumulate. Don't get hustle, and put all your indicator. Now, like put the pivot point. Somewhere you can also take responsibility of the trade that you're doing. So hold it over here or even here. This could be your point where you can you should not really bother much about if it happens. If you get it, I mean, even if it goes to about 330 down till 330, you should not bother about it, right? It's a monopoly stock. It's a monopoly stock. You don't need to worry. So since morning I have done two trades. Let me show you. So one, I did the Mindtree. I have bought Mindtree at 616.90 and it's at 619.04. And I have bought 5,000 shares for Arcom. And for both of them, I'm using box order. I'm using box order or bracket order, whatever you want to call it. I hope you all know it. It gives you like a huge amount of leverage. So let me show you how much is the leverage that's given to you. So I'm going to take you to Zerodha margin calculator, right? Let's go to the Zerodha margin calculator. Let's take the bracket order, and I'm going to talk about let's say Mindtree have taken, right? So let me just see what kind of money is needed to trade 2,000 shares. And no, price was 619, no, 616.9 or 617 I can take. And the quantity I have taken is 2,000, and I have kept a stop loss of 610, no, 612, and I have bought it. Let's see how much is the margin that was needed. We needed 60,000 rupees only. And how much was the leverage? 20 times, So 20 times more. But these kind of trades you will only do when you are sure about the trades. Like you will not take chances. Like it can't be by chance. By chance you took that amount of leverage. It's a huge leverage, right? So if you lose 20 times. Remember that. Similarly, like if I took Arcom, right? And how many shares did I take for Arcom? I took 5,000 shares. So let me just, and I bought it. And what was my stop loss? The price of Arcom was, when I bought it, it was 33.25. That is when I bought, and my stop loss was 32.8, right? 50 paisa below. So roughly around that much. So I needed only 70,000, and again the leverage is 20 times. So you have to be very careful. If you're sure about it, then only you should be able to trade in these. Like otherwise, please don't trade. You know, Otherwise, please don't trade. So sorry, this I'm using a different computer. So this is my trading of today. Like Mindtree and Arcom. These are two of my trades. So what I'm telling you about CDSL, don't worry. When I would average it every time it goes down, I will average it. I'm 100% sure. If not today, tomorrow, the day after, it will give me a good profit. So the trade that I've given you, 𝐿𝐴 𝐶 Goa Carbon is doing excellently well today. I'm finding it very good. And the moment it crosses this pivot point, which is 871, I've told you it's going to give you, I've given you various targets for it. Okay. And few other stocks that I had on my radar, I'm going to just talk about them. I was, yesterday I filtered them, but I don't know for what reason they were kind of, uh, not like we did not give it, or we felt, probably uh, enough stocks we have given. So out of them, one was VWENDT, went. Huh? So let me show you how is it doing today. Oh my god, look at how it's doing today. This is the movement it has given today. Went. It is up by, oh my god, this is up. It's upper circuit today. It's gone up by 20%. It's just one single candle that it formed. The other trade that I had on my mind was there was one more trade I had was let me just remember which trade was it. There were two, three trades I figured out, and they all were doing very, very well today. So Went was one, and the other one was okay. So Went was one. The other stock I don't remember right now. But see what I'm telling you. Yesterday I had no idea what's happening. See, this was the setup, right? But looking into today, predicting tomorrow is what called technical analysis. Is what technical analysis is all about, right? So now let's go to Nifty and see what's happening in Nifty, right? So let's analyze Nifty, because our first and prime objective every day is to analyze Nifty. If we know Nifty, we know everything about the market. As I told you yesterday, to me Nifty looked very positive, but because of a news of fiscal deficit, this fall took place. So whenever there is a news in the market, all your technical parameters go for a toss, right? So no matter how I checked, what I checked, for you the option chain, I checked for you the technicals, and I checked for you everything, but it was of no use, right? Why? Because when market when there is a news in the market, then you got no control, right? Then there is nothing that you can do. So that is why you saw this fall that came up. But Nifty is refusing to fall below 10,005. I mean, it's just hanging on itself, closely to 10,495, or, close to it. See, my RCOM is also doing good now. RCOM is also doing good, and I'm pretty much hopeful that this mine tree should also give me good return today. Okay, so what I'm saying, that be careful about your entry and exit, like be extremely careful. Now see here, now Nifty is not falling. Today being expiry, there could be a possibility that some event may take place. Either it'll go up or it'll go down. At least 20, 30, 40 points here and there will definitely be, can there be, definitely there. So now let's see the option chain. What's happening in the option chain of Nifty? So Nifty is right now at 10,491, and or maybe it was a few minutes back. And see here the highest call writing happening at the level of 10,600, right? And the put writing is happening at the 10,450 level, right? This is put writing, and 10,600, 400 is the biggest put writing that you can see, right? So let me just refresh it and see how the whole thing changed. So your ceiling is still 10,600, and your ceiling in the downward direction remains at this value. One is at this value, which is basically 10,400, and before that the ceiling is at 10,500, and that is why the Nifty is not falling. Nifty is range bound. Nifty doesn't show any kind of movement. Let me show you what I did in the morning. I put its range. I put its morning range, right? I put its morning range, and this is the morning range. If you see, let me just bring this line out here. This is the morning range, right? It has not broken in the upward direction. It went just for a fraction of a second below the morning range, but it bounced back, right? That means it shows the strength. The Nifty is showing the strength. Means Nifty doesn't plan to go down. That is what I'm perceiving, but I may be incorrect. Any small, because we are today's the expiry, any small turn of the events, a news or a sudden decision from a FIDI to exit their position or close their future position can bring about some downfall, right? But if you look into it, Nifty is holding itself. It's not been falling since morning, right? So that is what is giving me an indication that it may head up if it crosses this value, which is 10,511, right? It may go up. It may go up. It can go in either direction. The last Thursday is a very surprising Thursday. Most of the time it falls, but many a times it goes up as well, unexpectedly, right? So that is why this level is decisive. This level of 10,511 is decisive, and on the bottom side 10,490 is important in equity, in futures, sorry, not in cash market but in futures market. So if you look into the cash market, Nifty is holding itself at 10,500, right? Beautifully it's holding itself, right? If it goes above, there will be a good flight that may come into various stocks, and I think my stocks should also do well, right? My profit right now is 7,050. I do expect, our com to also go up further, and even Mindtree to give me good profits. Fine. So now, guys, once again, let me just reiterate what I say every day, that enter in the year with a determination that you will not be losing money no matter what. Market will be a place where you will understand the direction of the market. Like you will have absolute clarity. So as I was saying the other day, every year comes and goes by, days come and days go by, but what makes the difference in your life? When it's your resolve, when you determine, the moment you determine, that very moment you change your destiny, right? Many of the times we don't determine. We believe, okay, it's chance, like, but the stock market definitely is a game of chances, but how accurate are you in your predictions, right? I showed you when went, how beautifully it went up today. you know we figured it out yesterday, but it's being a little expensive stock, we did not give it. But see the beautiful movement that it has given today. So I mean, you eliminate the chances, you eliminate the game of chances, you make the game of surety when you understand the technicals. We combine technicals, we combine many other things, right? And then we create our positions. We don't trade every day, but whenever we trade, we are confident about it, right? So a bit of momentum is coming in Nifty. And guys, I'm saying, really let the year 2018 from beginning itself should be the transformative year for you. And you should have a, like, there are only two possibilities that we have: either we win or we lose, right? In the market, in life, in our how we take a decision. What I'm saying, be resolute that you're going to win in life no matter what. For us, defeat or losing in the market is no option. No option for us. We have to win, right? And learn about market, because learning is very important. And then what happens, if you learn about market, then you will be not losing. You may not be winning every day, but you will not be losing. That's something I can guarantee, right? You will be careful about your money, where to put, where not to put. So that is what I'm saying. Analyze with, learn to analyze market, have a mindset of your own, have a understanding of the market by your own self. Like, you should be able to see whether, like, even if you're taking a tip, you should be able to know whether it's the right one or the wrong one, right? Putting it into your technical setup, and by looking at various other factors that I'm going to tell you. So I'm looking for you guys everywhere. We will have our first batch starting from 6th of January, and the second batch of Hindi starting from 21st of January. So I want you to take a call and take a determination, and there is nothing to lose for you people. There's nothing to lose for you people, because whatever will be your investment, we ensure that you get it back. We ensure that you get it back within the next 2 months. If your investment is 50K, 50,000, right? Then what is it that you're waiting for? Please plunge into it and take that first step towards creating a beautiful life of victory, life of, you know, uh, resolve. See here, this is 10,900 rupees. It's happening in front of your own eyes. It's the selection of the stock. How do you select a stock? Like there are many other stocks that are there, but how did I select only these two stocks? In fact, this mind tree was in my mind since yesterday itself. I traded in when it was here, and I got this run up, but then Nifty fell, so it also fell. Then again, I entered in it today because I felt, like the moment it broke its morning range, rather I entered somewhere here at this point. At this point only with this candle, like when I saw this candle forming, where it was refusing to go down, that is when I entered into it. All right. So guys, learn with me, and I'm ensuring you we will do every single segment, whether it is equity, whether it is future, it is options, it is intraday, it is long-term investment. And you will not get such a simple, wholesome approach to the market anywhere. You will get complicated calculations, you will get complicated technicals, but we have a simple setup. We have a simple, we don't do heavy calculations, just simple layman's language. Anybody who wants to be in the market and who wants to know what's happening, previous knowledge or no knowledge, it doesn't make a difference, right? That is what I'm promising you. Every person, single person who has no knowledge or little knowledge about market can learn with us. So this is Nifty December future once again. Quickly, let's see what's happening. It went up and took a resistance from the pivot point and came down. So let's see how much more, energy lies ahead, and let's see what's happening in Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is little weak today, right? But it's holding itself. It's not falling down uh, continuously. It's just holding itself. One more stock that I forgot to tell you. I was trying to remember which stock I figured out yesterday. Let me just show you that stock as well. And that stock is Hind Copper. Hind Copper, right? Hind Copper is another stock that I had on my radar. And see how it has moved up. This is the movement this particular stock has given today, right? This was the stock I had yesterday on my radar, but of course, it's being a future stock, I can't give it to people. I mean, I wouldn't like to give it to people. And why? Because future, your losses are huge. Even when I have to, trade in a future stock, I always trade in its equity. I don't trade in futures. I always believe in trading in equity, and if I'm sure about a stock, I trade in bracket order, right? So we will teach you all, and I hope you all know how to use the bracket order. So suppose you want to buy something, right? This is regular. Just I'm going to cancel it again. Let's say I want to buy Mindtree shares, right? Go here. This is how you see your window, right? Now go to the more option. Can you see more options here at the bottom? It'll give you regular, box order, cover order, AMO, etc. So click the box order. Give the quantity, give the price, stop loss, and target. This is an automatic trade. Means either your stop loss will hit or your target will hit, right? And I prefer these. Why? Because they become, once you have identified your stock, your trade is automatic. You don't need to look back. Like either your stop loss will hit or your target will hit. So this is how you will put the bracket order. I love bracket orders. It gives a huge leverage, much more than future and options. And in this, our stop loss is defined, our target is defined, everything is defined. So there's nothing to worry about. So I'm having good 10,000 rupees profit. I'm soon be exiting. So once I finish this video, I'll analyze my positions once again. If I feel there is an upside there, I may remain into it or I may exit, either of it. So after a long time, Mindtree has come to the pivot point. So another few minutes, if this candle closes here and then next candle forms here somewhere above, that means it plans to go up. Then I'm going to exit only where? Let me show you that as well. I'm going to exit at this point, next pivot point. 630 will be my target. Once the next candle forms above it, after a huge struggle, it has closed above the pivot point. So if I get another candle here, then this long run up I will enjoy, right? With this, I'm signing off, but I want to see you all there in the webinar so that you have consistent profit, large profit every single day, so that year 2018 becomes the year of financial independence for you, right? So guys, good day, and approach, the new year with a resolve, with a determination that you will be the king and queens or prince and princesses of a stock market, not losing money but ruling over it. All right, I'm waiting to see that. Good day, bye bye. Please share my channel with others, because many people just discover my channel recently. I would like you all to do your bit and continue learning, keep doing good work, and keep winning your profits. Bye bye. Good day. See you tomorrow.